Hey everyone, thanks for coming through. You're here today with Lee, aka Lisa, Empress of Elevation. And I'm here with legendary George Villanueva, aka Pepe. Pep, that's what I call you. I'm sure most of your friends call you Pep too.
No doubt, no doubt.
From what I understand, you blessed me today. You here to set the record straight. Some things are going on, and you know how about that. You don't ever come out, so I'm here to hear what's going on.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna give it to you for sure. First and foremost, I'm here today. Normally, I don't give life to gossip. That's a rule. I don't live by that. I try to stay in my lane and do what I do. But however, when it's a malicious attack against me, an assassination of my character, get lives, then, left no other choice for me to come out and set the record straight. There's a statement or a document going around by some detective allegedly stating that I made a statement against some people and gave a telephone number and described a car and so on and so forth, and which ultimately led to 19 people's arrests, including myself, and never could be further from the truth. And I'm here to put that in perspective. And the sad part about it is that, a lot of these brothers talk about the code. They live by the code, and they stand on the code. But I have 2 pages of a document by a police officer. No other documents regarding George Villanueva saying anything. No signatures from George Villanueva. No grand jury testimony from George Villanueva. But these haters is relying on a statement by the police. And that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Here, we only speak facts and fabulousness. So,
exactly.
Walk me through this. Tell me how, you even got caught up in any of this.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give you a brief synopsis. I served 27 years, my first bid.
Wow.
And I was involved in the church ministry, and I was doing things for God, and real powerful and strong in the church. I was assistant pastor in Green Haven Correctional Facility, and my aspiration was to do great things when I came home. Unfortunately, in my subconscious, I didn't really deal with those impulses that still lived in me. So when I got out, I tried it the right way. I went to church. A couple of my friends went with me to speaking engagements in Brooklyn, and y'all know who you are. Went with me, and we was doing podcast situations back then.
Awesome.
And we were speaking about different things about the prison life and so on and so forth. And I was giving out DVDs and tapes to different churches and trying to get into the youth ministry aspect. But it seemed like they was closing doors. And, I wasn't, used to not having. I was a guy that always had what I wanted, and I seen a lot of brothers that when I left, when I left the street, they was, they was the help, and now, they in power.
Okay.
And I respect the game. I don't hate on that. But however, it was hard for me taking the bus, taking the train, and one day a guy that owed me some paper back in the days, he owed me about $10,000. He came to me, he used to give me a G a night. We used to go to the juice bar on 24th Street, and he gave me a G, buy me shit from out the juice bar, whatever. And one night he gave me something. I met him up in this bar in the Bronx called Giovanni's. He gave me something. And I was like, what's in the bag? And then, nah, that's for you. And, and I looked in the bag, I said, oh, bro, man, that's for you. I'm not taking it back. And I'm like, oh my God. So, against my better judgment, I took it. I'm shaking in the cab. I'm in the cab shaking, getting back because I'm still on parole. And that was my introduction back into the life. And back at this time, the pill game was up and strong. So I got involved in that for a while. And then I linked up, what I consider my street father, Pop Frost.
Okay.
And he brought me in. I had my own money, so I got down with him, and we were doing our numbers. Time went on, I bought cars. I had a juice bar uptown. I'm doing my thing, And the sad part is most of these individuals that, that's persecuting me now was guys that came for my advice. And that's the thing, what I mean about frenemies,
Absolutely.
These dudes can speak on what the truth is, but they rather hate for no reason. And I'm not with turning out nobody else's light bulb in order for mine to shine. If your watch is down, get you a new bulb. but I'm going to shine regardless. But I really believe that this situation had to do with me getting arrested, do with a disobedience to God. And if you believe in God, and anybody out there believe in God, you understand it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of a living God. If you go contrary to what you're supposed to be doing, there's a penalty. And I think this whole rumor has something to do with a penalty for me being disobedient. It closed doors to association that I wouldn't have closed on my own. You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I understand that, you know, this is spiritual, but a lot of people is not spiritual, so they're not going to understand that, right? So my point is that, you know, it's sad that these guys that I counseled in jail, when they had problems with their family, they came to me. When they had drama in jail, when they wanted to sit down and resolve beef, we went to the law library. And they know who they are. They looking at this, that we sat down and we resolved conflict with different dudes. So it's sad, but the reality of it is, at the end of the day, that nobody really got genuine love for you. You dig what I mean? So I understood that. So when I get home, I get a juice bar. I got a juice bar. I'm uptown at my juice bar chilling. I get a call from one of my comrades from Brooklyn. Yo, Pep, I need some this. I said, beloved, I'm not in that lane, B. He kept calling me. And an old timer named Sonny Black, man, so rest in peace, he passed on. Walking by my juice bar, I'm listening to Steve Harvey. I'm in the BM early in the morning, chilling, listening to Steve Harvey. He come with the phone. Yo, I said, who that? He said, it's your man. I said, oh, my God. I was ducking him because I ain't fucking with that lane. I don't want to deal with that heroin lane. That's not what I do. But I talked to him. He said, yo, I need 20 grams. And if it's good, I'm going to get some more. And I said, all right, let me go see my boy, which is a gentleman and always been a fair fella to me. You know what I'm saying? So I go see him, tell him what the deal is. He said, somebody going to come see you. Dude come see me. I go to the car. Got the shower on upstairs. I'm on 106 in Madison. I've got the shower on. I'm ready to go out. He come to the car. And I come to the car. I slap him a pound. So he give me a rock, 20 grams. I said, okay, baby, I'll see you later. Go in the building. I'm talking to the security guard chick. You know, I've been on vacation. We talking nonsense, whatever. I get on the elevator. As soon as the elevator door is closing, I see a white hand coming. But they breathing hard. Like they ran. What the hell is this? So I know they the boys, so I'm trying to, you know, I'm playing it like, you know, I'm in a sit, I'm great. Well, when I go to get off the elevator, they stop you, don't move. What you got on you? I said, I ain't got nothing on me. Search me. I had one of them hoodies that all the way in the corner, it's over there. So the first time they search me, they don't find it. I got $2,500 in my pocket. They take my money out, put it in their pocket. Cool.
You know that.
Strip me on the elevator. Now the security guard is watching this shit. Strip me on the elevator. Boom. Take me in. Get to the precinct. Bugging like, what the fuck? So I asked him, I said, listen, y'all was following me? Why y'all ran down on me? No, we wasn't following you. We following the guy that you got it from. We know who he is. Or we know who they are. Whatever the fact, whatever he said. So I said, yo, that 20 grams is for my personal use. Because now I'm thinking that one of my homies, Benny Bass, told me, he said, listen, if you ever get busted with a small amount on you, say you use it, because it's better to be perceived as a user than a seller. So I'm figuring I can get help. I'm on parole. I can get a program, so on and so forth. Boom. So he writes down in this felony complaint, he said he had 15 and 20 grams. The documents will be seen, you know, as we go on. So boom, I get out. My Pop Force, matter of fact, come with Anthony Rico. They come to the court, you know, to come get me out, to bail me out. I already have my own money, so I post my own bail. I put a retainer down on Rico. So I get back, I go see my man, Kid Bumps. I said, yo, bro, is your man good? He said, what you mean? I said, he didn't get arrested with me. He said, oh man, this is the second time this happened. I'm like, huh?
Exactly.
So now I said, yo, bro, get rid of your car and that phone. I think you hot. He said, I did already.
Okay.
Okay, now, I might have not said verbatim what he wanted me to say about they said they was following all that shit, but I'm safeguarding myself to see where this is going, because why this dude didn't get arrested with me. So later on, as I go through, I find out that he got arrested on the 13th, days before I got arrested, and he did the same thing with some kid named Terry Patterson, which is in the records. So this shit happened twice with this kid.
It's a pattern.
It's a pattern. So my man should have been able to see then, yo, B, you on fire. Then the kid, Terry Patterson, calls him on November 19th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It says, yo, my lawyer said my arrest was due to a long-term investigation. Now, this document these dudes put up, whoever these haters is from a police. No, the real thug niggas is talking about what the police said.
We know
That's what y'all banking on. Now, this ain't you talking about the code. This is not the code I come from. Even in the scriptures, John 6, the 6th chapter says, does our law condemn a man before first giving him a hearing? So the streets, because of their jealousy and dislike, because I've been fly all my life, I've been getting money before half of these dudes ever knew what money was, or before half of these dudes was born. So now it's our time to attack Pep. We've been waiting for this moment. And these are dudes that smile with you. These are dudes that get advice from you. These are dudes that you show genuine love to. But I understand. I understand where it's coming from. It's spiritual. So I don't hold them responsible because this is greater than them. They don't even understand they're being manipulated, right? But I don't hate on nobody. I don't run around. There's dudes that they associate with, run the street with, that they know is sour. And they still deal with them. But when it comes to Pep, you understand what I'm saying? Because there's something about Pep. I don't hustle no more. But I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur.
you have a hustle and heart.
I know how to get to the bag.
Exactly.
I have Harlem swag and the Bronx heart.
Exactly.
You know? And all I'm asking dudes is this. Don't rattle my cage, B. The line is wrestling. Please don't rattle my cage. Because if it wasn't for me having the peace that I got, I wouldn't be doing no podcast resolving this situation. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
But I'm humble. I don't want no problems, bro. I'm too old to be going through this dumb shit in the street with dudes and seasoned to be caught up in this nonsense. You dig what I'm saying? So I come this way. Leave me alone, bro. Because you obviously don't know me. And half of you dudes putting these rumors out, you need to do some research. You know what I'm saying? The bad part is, why would you make a complete judgment and statement about somebody if you don't know the whole half? I recently ordered the grand jury testimonies with a seal indictment. Seals is on all this paperwork, so there don't be no room.
So you have the complete
Package of everything.
Yes.
That these brothers been under investigation since 2014. There have been surveillances, listening to them ever since 2014, prior to me ever getting arrested. So why would they need a statement, a telephone number, or description of a car from Pep when I got proof that they was following you since 2014? Nothing could be further than the truth.
Why do you think these allegations are out here?
Allegations is out here for one, ignorance. Like when you present paperwork to different people, a lot of people's illiterate. No disrespect to brothers. They can't read. They don't understand. They haven't been around. Half of these dudes did 20 and 30 years, never seen the law library. You dig what I'm saying? So they not familiar with how this shit work. You can't be a CI and go to jail, first of all. I spent $14,000 getting out on bail, $18,000 for a lawyer, and got 3.5 to life for 20 grams. Yeah. If I'm working, I must be the stupidest rat in the world.
I didn't even say those words. Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So the problem is, you know, these dudes need a stern check because you don't understand the magnitude of what you're starting. People is chiming in on it. And this is the worst thing I see about our people, black people. We the only ones on social media shooting each other down like clowns. No other race do that. And you think you're getting props for doing that, you look silly. And especially when you got misinformation.
Right. They're misinformed. But you do recognize one thing. First of all, the reason why it takes so many, because when you're powerful, this is why they have to come as a collective. The reason for this, as you said, a lot of times we don't understand the purpose. And purpose is greater than the purpose that we thought we had. You are out here, as you said, doing your best, but you still got 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Exactly. Being hypocritical. And I eat that.
But you were still in your journey to your personal growth and development. Is how I look at it.
Facts.
And so that's what I look at the facts of the matter. And with that being said, I'm saying to you, one of those reasons is for you to, like you're doing now, shifting your energy, because you're not shifting your energy into like the conflict, you're shifting your energy into the healing of all things in this situation. Right?
Gotcha.
And with that being said, your purpose is greater than this incident and you going back. Your next steps in life are to actually step into your power so you can do those things that you started to do it before. Before you had you know, you was a little like, I'm out here, but you know, I like the way this feels. It don't feel good now because the same players are not out here now. The same code is not out here now. And in order for you to shine now, the darkness must be here because everybody's trying to shine. So that's the only reason why you got your shine at that time period. But now you shine it on your own.
Exactly. And I'm good with that. And not to cut you off, listen.
No.
You can't validate Pep. Trust me, even though you try to defame me, you try to slander me, you don't have to fuck with me. But guess who fucks with Pep? Pep fucks with Pep. That's who I fuck with, myself. So I don't really need the crew no more. I never was a part of the internal clique. I always moved on my own. I always stood on my own. I don't have to be a part of something to feel validated. Because I'm content with me. I sleep good at night. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. I don't want to go into a whole bunch of dialogue about it's this and this, because I got a dear friend that's real close to my heart that always told me, Pep, less is more.
Okay.
And I don't want to confuse the issue, but I'm going to demonstrate this on paper.
That's absolutely.
I have every state, every investigation. We got it. And it's going to be shown.
And it's going to be shown.
And it's sealed documents.
Exactly.
It's not no shit that 2 pieces of pages that came forever. Whether he wrote it or he didn't, it's a fucking lie. And that's the part, excuse my friends, that's the part that I'm upset with. You dig what I'm saying? But I understand what the scripture said in Isaiah 57:17. It said, no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
Exactly.
And every tongue that shall rise against me in judgment thou shalt condemn. So dudes see me fly, you know, and see me doing what I do, and they swear to God, I'm in the game. And I'm not. But this is what riles him up. Oh, he out here. He back again. He in the party. He dressing fly. Bro, I'm going to do this until I die. This is what I do. This is what I come from. You understand what I'm saying? My mama and papa, Alma and George Villanueva, have never raised a cow or a rat. And even in my prior case, my 27 to life bid, I heard some stuff about that. And I got the dude DD5 right here that said Pep paid me to go with him. Right in the document. I come right. I don't play with it. He got 15 to life. I got 27 to life.
Wow.
So people got to get their information correct.
You know?
And people got to get their information correct. And I know we got other things to do going forward, but this is serious business here because, you know, like I said, I'm not coming out the house for nobody whispering about me. When I was 20 and 30, that got my attention because I had to live by the standards of other people. When you become a grown-ass man, you in your 50s and 60s, I don't care who don't like me, man. I don't care about that. I don't lose sleep over that. I don't need to be in your circle to be validated. My light shines wherever I go because it's not my light. It's the light that God give me.
Thank you.
And that's the problem. That's the forces of good and evil. Being attacked, not being able to stand up, hating on the person for no reason. Most of my haters always been haters. It's just now they feel they got an opportunity to speak out loud to something they always held. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You just don't hate when a situation happens because I got a lot of homeboys that rock with me right now, and I get mad kudos and respect to the OGs that been with me and invite me to their parties and invite me to hang with them and don't care what nobody say because they're official and they real. You dig what I'm saying?
That's real, that's why.
And that's what I'm saying. So with that being said, I just want to set the record straight that this is coming. These documents is going to be seen. Every page is certified, sealed. And don't come at me with no shit about the cop said. He don't even know. He said I called Wayne 4 or 5 different names and all this different stuff. And the kid that brought that to me, brought this situation to me, did the same exact thing with Terry Patterson. Why they didn't see what was going on?
Exactly. So
if anything, they got me arrested because I was cool in what I was doing.
Exactly. We're on the same page with that.
So really, that's the bottom line. And I mean, I respect and love the brotherhood, man. You know, I'm real about that. I'm about brotherhood, man, blackness. But y'all think by assassinating somebody, you know, publicly, you doing something good. Take that energy and do something positive with it, bro. Help these young kids in the street. Y'all running around grabbing information, misinformation, and pumping it. And a lot of people is upset about that. You pumping for shit, because a lot of people that's close to me know what really happened. But I didn't go around, yo, look at these papers, and yo, check this out. But now when you lied, that's a whole different animal. You know, so we going forward what we got to do. You know, I thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
I thank you for the opportunity.
exactly. And you know,
Speaking of opportunities, what even got you in the game? Like, what opportunity did you see? It's because you told me you started this at 15. What happened? Because you said to me also, what you just said, you always had your independence. So I can tell from you saying that you had some wisdom as a youth. What made you utilize those skills to bring you up in the game?
Well, briefly, I'm originally from 118th Street, Madison Avenue. My mother from 131st between 5th and Lenox. My family been in the game. My father and them, my sister's boyfriends. So I've been around that. I was acclimated into that at a very young age. I seen stuff that I wasn't supposed to see. And it gave me an appetite to want, but I didn't have the schooling and the proper education to obtain them things. So I had an extravagant appetite with no money.
Like my father said, you got beer, money, and Cadillac taste.
And that's exactly the point. So I come from Fox Street, South Bronx. Yes.
So did I.
Yeah, I'm from Fox Street. Yeah.
So was I.
Yeah. I'm from 156 by the PAL.
Same.
Yeah. So.
Over there, but go ahead.
Yeah. So I grew up around all of those guys. My man Carl Crum, Lance, all the old heads. My man, all of us. We all come up together, right? Fox Street. And Georgie Fluellen and all of them, I should see them all the time. One of them, matter of fact, George used to talk to my sister. And I got over infatuated with them. I wanted to be a part of that. And when the Bronx started burning down, we shot back to Harlem. You dig what I'm saying? I started staying with my sister in the Harlem River.
Okay.
And I met the Singleton family, which has been a great influence in my life in terms of, my swag and my hustle. They opened the door for me, hands down to them. But my sisters and my support system from my sister Sandra and my family been excellent. Through my incarceration, they stood by me. My niece Azure, they stood by my side, even when it looked shady. Even when people in my family was like, did this nigga do this? Like, you got people on the fence.
Of course.
You dig what I'm saying?
Of course.
Because they don't understand how to read between the bullshit. But anyway, I ended up getting one of the Singleton girls pregnant. Which was Ramona, may her soul rest in peace. And I started hustling on 116th Street. I was a worker, and then I became a lieutenant for BAT and Small Paul, and then I ended up going on my own, and then, that's the history. I don't want to go into too much detail, but that's what it is. So that's where I came from. And, I remember one incident, I can never forget this. My father was selling deuce bags back in the days. They had the Avon bag with mad dope in him. I had a godfather named Squatty Dottie. He used to come from Harlem and bring my father's stuff in the Bronx. And my father bought some diamond rings from this kid that broke into some Jewish people's apartment, sold my father 5 diamond rings. And the guy got busted and told who he sold the rings to. So the police knocked on the door. I'm 5 years old. And said, police. I grabbed the suitcase and go and put it in my toy box and put my toys on. Now I'm 5. So after police left, my mother gave back all the rings. She kept one. My sister still got that ring to the day. My mother, may her soul rest in peace, my father, he passed on. And when they left, I went to the toy box. I said, here, Mom. And she said, Pep, who told you to move that? How you know? So when my father came home, she said, you got to stop doing this shit in this house. That boy I didn't know exactly what was going on, but I knew something was wrong in that box. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So from that point, but my point, I always been a sharp kid. You know what I'm saying? But that right there, I come from a family, that was around me. Even though I didn't know directly what's going on, later on I found out, but that's how my life is. So, I'm doing the things for God now. I'm cleaning my life up. I'm working a 9 to 5. I'm straight up. You know what I'm saying? I do what I do. I enjoy myself when I can. But, that life is done with me, man.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, what's next for you? Because honestly, I would feel like this. You did 27 years. That's like, and you took that time, and what I call it is being culturally intelligent. When I say culturally intelligent, I mean you go into an environment, and when you in that environment, you learn how to deal in that environment, but not only, be survived, but to thrive in it. For you to be out there as, and become a youth minister and things of that nature, you know, you were able to thrive in that environment. So now that you're out and you have more clarity, what do you think is your next steps?
Well, you know,
your transformation.
well, you know, we was talking about the book deal, the things we planned on doing in terms of the book deal, and possibly, you know, the movie scene or whatever. But, you know, I'm open for all possibilities. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes you can't always look at a bad situation as a curse, but there's a lot of good things come out of bad situations. You feel me?
I'm gonna be, if you don't mind me just saying that, I don't feel there's any bad situations. I'm the type of person who have a firm belief of this. Everything happens for our good.
Exactly.
And I feel like this, like whatever's happening is actually a lesson for either me or the other person. It's a blessing for either me or another person. Like right now, you're blessing me, I'm blessing you. You know, it's a way for somebody to evolve.
Yes.
You know, something that you may say to somebody that heard what you said today about how to handle themselves. Their thinking may have evolved, or something that you heard can involve your thinking. And most importantly, something is there for us to elevate these things that happen. You know, even in death, there is life in it. You know, there's a reason for these things to happen.
Exactly.
And a shift that we have where we can elevate. So nothing is happening, you know, as far as I'm concerned, if we keep our mental in that thought process. We're looking for the whys. Like you had to think for yourself, like, yo, why did this happen? And you recognize the disobedience because you didn't have your anchor. You weren't 100% anchored. This has anchored you, as well as it's like, listen, I see very clearly what the game is. It's not the same game. I ain't missing nothing. Those days haven't even. The best is yet to come.
Exactly.
You
and
know?
the guys that's from that era, you still got some still here, but it's not a lot. You dig what I'm saying? It's not a lot that come and check a situation, you know, and speak up for you. And those that do that, you know, I give much respect to. But, you know, in the closing to this situation, I just wanted to state this. All these documents, man, when you get a chance to see it,
of course,
they had them on speed dial. I mean, it was like they didn't need nothing from me. When you see these documents, they had their conversation, their drug transaction on speed dial way before George Villanueva got arrested. But the problem is, sometimes it's hard for us to take responsibility.
Absolutely.
You know, and I remember a story in Genesis, I think it's the 3rd chapter with Adam and Eve, after God told them, don't trust the tree of good and evil, right? And they violated. And when God knew it, he stepped to Adam and said, what have thou done? And he said, the woman you gave me. He shifted.
Look at that.
He shifted. And then he asked the woman, what you did? She said it was the serpent that beguiled me. But nobody wants to take responsibility for their own shit. We want to shift it on somebody else so we don't look bad. But that ain't how you're supposed to do things. And that's a sad way to do things. Stand up and take your responsibility. If I said something or didn't say something that I supposed to say, then I can eat that. But don't try to put no whole case on me that y'all been under investigation all this time. That's not right. And I'm not having it. Period. You know what I mean? So I thank you for this opportunity. You know, and hopefully we're going to do bigger and better things in the future. And, you know, and all the viewers and people that, you know, chimed into this, man, I hope it made sense to you. But, you know, I don't have enough time to go into it, but we're going to post it up for you so you can read it for yourself.
Absolutely.
And this ain't just word of mouth. I deal with facts, not feelings or not opinions. Facts.
See, this is why because I'm like that too. I only deal with facts and fabulousness, nothing else.
That's it.
So I look forward to our next steps working together with you. Viewers, you got questions. Once you read this, let us know how you feel. You recognize, comment down below how you felt about this, how you felt about seeing Pep. You got the exclusive. Come on. You got the exclusive.
Exactly.
So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again. Pep, thanks a lot for everything.
Peace and blessings.
Have a good one.
Thank y'all.
Learn to live together, learn to pray the same. Learn to love, learn to stop all the hate. There's a lot of learning that we gotta do.
According to this alleged document by Detective McCochran, he stated on 10/22/2015, which is October, 22nd that I gave him Bump's telephone number and a description of a car. However, the same day, while I was arrested, he filled out what they call a felony complaint. I told him it was 15 to 20 grams for my personal use. If there was any other statement made, it was supposed to have been written in the felony complaint, which he signed, see the signature and date, 10/22/15. So I don't know where he get this other information from. And then it was further stated on Instagram that information led to the arrest of 19 to 20 people, which is crazy. Inside the sealed document of the grand jury indictment on page 6, it clearly shows that Wayne was under investigation on September 10th, 2014, and they observed him making some type of transaction. This was 13 months before my arrest, so people need to get the information correct. Then on page 7, it was on April 23rd, 2015, that James Early, the same guy that brought the drugs to me and didn't get arrested, sold 200 glycine bags of heroin to a person only known to the grand jury. Well, who is this person that's only known to the grand jury? And this is 6 months before my arrest. Then on May 12, 2015, Shaniqua Lattimore and defendant Wayne Early engaged in an narcotic-related conversation. And he goes on and mention Bump names. Then it's May again and James Early again. And this thing is just crazy. And you can see it for yourself. And then on page 8, on September 18th, there was another transaction and their phones was tapped the whole time. This investigation lasts for a long time. Then on October 1st, I believe it is, Ruben Gonzalez, Whitey, and Kirk Daniels engaged in a narcotic conversation. And then James Early sold 3.5 grams to Terry Patterson on October 13th, which is about a week or so away from my arrest, and he didn't get arrested at this time neither, only Terry Patterson. Then on October 19th, Ruben Gonzalez, aka Whitey, and Kirk Daniels, they engaged in another conversation. And on October 21st, 2015, this is approximately 1 day before I got arrested, Bumps engaged in a series of narcotic-related text messages or conversations in which about the substance of heroin and meeting new connectors, so on and so forth. This is 1 day before I got arrested, so it was impossible for me to give them his number or them to need his number because they had it already. They had him on speed dial. And on October 22nd, this is where James Early come to me, sold me 20 grams. I got arrested. He didn't get arrested again. And I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm saying they could have seen by this time that something was wrong. And this thing went on and on and on. And then Terry Patterson, after he gets out, he calls Bumps on November 19th, 2015, and he explained to him on the phone that in substance told Green that his attorney told him that his arrest was a part of a long-term investigation. So these guys been on fire forever, you know. Then furtherly, when I was locked up, they asked me, could I do a favor and write Bumps an affidavit for whatever motion he was trying to do. I did not hesitate. I wrote the affidavit stating that I made no statement against him or anybody in this case, and also referred to my felony complaint. All of these documents. This document is notarized on 2018 while I was in prison. Who does that if they're not innocent? Who does that? So get your facts straight, bro. They've been cooked, fried, done, and their own recklessness led to their arrest as well as mine. Here goes some pictures.
Oh my God.
Here goes some pictures.
The pictures are awesome. These are old school pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It's me and Ron Zip.
You know who?
Eric Ron Zip.
Okay.
Puff Daddy, man. That's Godfish's wife.
You will say controversial. It'll be okay. Inspirational. It'll be okay. Motivational. That's a good thing. Inspirational. That's a good thing. A good thing. I just wanna hear you say. I just wanna hear